It's a full moon, and even though I'm traveling, I'm committed to shooting these videos no matter where I am. Today's video is incredibly significant because we'll be talking about full moon rituals. By the way, someone recently suggested that I should speak while looking directly into the camera lens, so I'll give it a try. Be sure to watch this video until the end, because we'll be doing something special. I'll be guiding you through one of the most powerful activities associated with the full moon. This activity has profoundly transformed my life. It's something I started doing years ago and have repeated 3 to 4 times every year on the full moon. This practice has played a huge role in shaping who I am today. Along with this activity, I'll also be sharing a few other important insights. Plus, I'll explain 6 or 7 crucial steps you need to take immediately after the full moon. These steps aren't just about the full moon. They're designed to elevate your life to the next level. Since this is the first full moon of the year, let's dive right in. Grab a notebook and pen, because you won't want to miss anything. Trust me, you'll regret it if you do. Write everything down. It's that important. The first activity we'll discuss is especially vital because this full moon represents endings and letting go. Over the past year, we've all learned valuable lessons, some through challenges, others through blessings. It was a year influenced by Saturn, which often brings its lessons through both trials and rewards. Take 2 minutes to close your eyes and reflect on any pain, struggles, or unresolved issues from the past year. This is the perfect moment to release them, harnessing the abundant energy of the full moon. For those of you born on dates such as the 2nd, 11th, 20th, or 29th of any month, you share a unique connection to the number 2 and its profound alignment with the moon's energy. This connection influences not only your personality, but also your emotional rhythm, as the moon governs feelings, intuition, and inner reflection. If your birthday falls in the months of February or November, or if the digits in your birth year sum up to the number 2, you may find that the moon's phases have an even greater impact on your emotional and spiritual well-being. For you, the moon is more than just a celestial body. It's a source of deep emotional influence, offering opportunities for healing, introspection, and growth. As this is the first full moon of the year, it marks a powerful time for renewal and emotional clarity. Performing a moon ritual during this time can align your energies with the calming and rejuvenating power of the lunar cycle. Such rituals are not just symbolic. They allow you to cleanse your space, set intentions, and invite balance into your life. To prepare for this transformative experience, you'll need to focus on cleansing and creating a sacred atmosphere in your home. Begin with purification. To cleanse your space, you can use tools like Palo Santo, sage, incense, dupe, camphor, kapoor, or even a conch shell, shanksh. Each of these carries its own vibrational frequency and is deeply rooted in traditions that promote spiritual and energetic clarity. For camphor, you can burn it on a hot plate or within a safe vessel to release its purifying aroma. If you're using a conch shell, blowing it emits vibrations believed to dispel negativity. Keep your doors and windows open during this process to facilitate the removal of stagnant or negative energy and to welcome in fresh, positive vibrations. Alternatively, adding sea salt to water and using it to mop your floors can purify your living space. Salt has been known for centuries as a natural cleanser of both physical and spiritual environments. While performing this cleansing process, it's important to state affirmations with intention and clarity. Speak these words aloud. I'm cleansing myself and my home of all negative energies. I invite positive, peaceful energy to fill this space. Let the calm and soothing energy of the moon radiate throughout my home. May I remain calm, composed, and filled with positive thoughts. May my home be a sanctuary of positivity. These affirmations act as a bridge between your intentions and the energetic environment, empowering you to create the harmony and balance you seek. Once you have completed the cleansing, turn your focus inward. Prepare a sacred space where you can sit quietly and perform the next steps of the ritual. Light a lamp or candle as a symbol of light and clarity, signifying the removal of darkness, both external and internal. Take a few moments to meditate, ideally for about 10 minutes. Meditation during the full moon allows you to align with its energy, offering a chance to release old patterns, emotions, or memories that no longer serve you. As you sit quietly, reflect on the emotional, physical, or mental pain you may be carrying. Think about the people, situations, or incidents that have left unresolved wounds. Whether it's related to relationships, work, or personal aspirations, allow yourself to gently explore these areas. Visualize them dissolving into the light of the moon, replaced by peace, forgiveness, and clarity. This ritual is not just an act of spiritual practice, it's a personal journey of healing and renewal. Approach it mindfully, immersing yourself in each step, and let the moon's energy guide you toward a space of tranquility and positivity. Once you've identified the feelings that are troubling you, take the time to sit in a quiet and peaceful space, free from distractions. It's important to find a spot where you can truly connect with your emotions and give them the attention they deserve. Once you're comfortable, pick up a pen and begin writing a letter addressing what's causing you distress. Visualize the person or situation that's weighing on you, and imagine them right in front of you. Speak directly to them through your words, as if you're having a conversation with them face to face. While doing this, make sure to use a pen, preferably black ink, and write by hand rather than typing on a keyboard. There is a unique, grounding energy to writing by hand, and it can help you connect with your inner feelings more deeply. Begin your letter with "Dear Name," and then let your emotions flow onto the paper. Don't hold back. Express everything you're feeling, even if it's raw or difficult to articulate. Be as detailed as possible. Describe the situation in full, including any specific events, words, or moments that have caused you pain. Dive into the depth of how this situation or person has impacted you, and don't be afraid to let yourself feel every emotion, from sadness to anger to confusion. Let yourself write freely, and remember that this letter doesn't have to be perfect or even coherent in a logical sense. The goal is not to craft a neat and tidy document, but to release all of the pent-up emotions that you've been holding inside. It's okay if the letter ends up being long or messy. Let your thoughts spill out onto the page without worrying about how it will come across to anyone else. Cry if you need to, express anger or frustration, and allow yourself to fully release those emotions in a safe and private space. The act of writing this letter is about healing, not about perfection. Once the letter is complete, take a moment to read it aloud or quietly to yourself. Imagine that the person you've written to is right there with you, listening intently. As you read, try to understand their perspective as well. What might they have been going through? Why might they have acted in the way they did? It may be hard to see it from their side, but try to open yourself up to the possibility that their actions were influenced by their own experiences or struggles. Reflect on this with an open mind and heart, as it may provide you with valuable insights or clarity that you hadn't considered before. After you've read the letter, close your eyes and take a moment to visualize receiving the person's response. Though they're not physically present, you may start to sense their explanation, perhaps in the form of a sudden realization or a quiet understanding. Listen carefully to these insights as they arise in your mind, and take note of any new perspectives or revelations that come to you. Reflect on what you've learned from this exercise, even if it's difficult or uncomfortable. This moment of clarity can be a key turning point in your journey toward healing and closure. Now take your pen and begin to cross out parts of the letter. You may cross through it once or twice, or however many times you feel necessary. Each cross represents your decision to release the pain, the anger, the frustration, or the sorrow that the letter contains. Write in bold letters, "I let go." Declare that you are no longer going to carry this burden with you. This is your act of surrender, of choosing peace over the continued weight of negative emotions. You are actively letting go of the issue, freeing yourself from its hold on your mind and spirit. Once you've completed this final step, tear the letter into pieces and carefully burn it in a safe container. A metal or earthen bowl works well, as it ensures that the fire is contained and controlled. As the letter burns, imagine that the emotions tied to the situation are being released and transformed by the fire. Be mindful while handling the fire and take all necessary precautions. Once the paper has been completely burned, dispose of the ashes by flushing them away or scattering them in a safe place. Next, wash your hands with soap and cleanse your face with water. If possible, take a bath with water mixed with sea salt to further purify and cleanse yourself. When you're finished, return to your sacred space, sit quietly, and meditate once again. Allow yourself to feel the weight lift off your shoulders and take in the peace that now surrounds you. This ritual of letting go can bring about a deep sense of relaxation and tranquility. It's not unusual for you to feel lighter, as if a heavy burden has been lifted from your heart. A sense of calm will likely accompany you as you transition back into your day, and you may find that a restful, rejuvenating sleep follows soon after. I understand that this process may seem simple on the surface, but the emotional depth it can reach is incredible. When I first wrote my own letter, I found myself in tears as I poured out my feelings. I reread the letter twice before I was able to gain any clarity or closure. After crossing out the letter and making my declaration of release, I stood in front of the mirror and said out loud that I forgave the situation, that I was letting it go. That night, I slept peacefully for the first time in months, as if the burden had truly vanished from my life. This activity is powerful, and its effects can be profound. If you've tried it before and find yourself dealing with new emotions or unresolved issues, you can repeat the process as needed. There's no limit to how many times you can use this method to heal. Some might wonder, when is the best time to perform this exercise? While it can be done at any time, certain days are especially potent for emotional release. The 13th of any month or a full moon day are considered particularly powerful for releasing negative emotions and finding closure. Dedicate about 15 minutes to yourself, whether during the day or night, and focus solely on one issue at a time. Doing so allows you to fully channel your energy and intentions into the process, making it all the more effective. This exercise isn't just a way to move past difficult feelings. It's a chance to reclaim your peace, your clarity, and your emotional balance. When attempting to tackle multiple problems at once, it's easy to become overwhelmed, and the quality of your efforts may suffer. Trying to address several issues simultaneously can cause you to lose focus, which in turn makes it harder to make meaningful progress. The key to resolving any challenge effectively is to focus on one issue at a time, approach it with the dedication it deserves, and then move on to the next once it's resolved. Imagine the process as trying to find water underground. If you dig 10 shallow holes, you're unlikely to find what you're looking for. However, If you dig deeply and intentionally in a single spot, you'll eventually strike water. This metaphor emphasizes the power of single tasking and deep focus in achieving success. A year is made up of 12 months, and each of these months is at least one term full moon, with some months featuring 2. Full moons have long been associated with different aspects of spiritual practice, renewal, and releasing what no longer serves us. While I tend to assign specific activities for each full moon, it's important to note that these practices can be adapted for any full moon. The purpose of these activities is to help you release the emotional weight that burdens you, offering an opportunity for growth and transformation. No matter which full moon you choose, the intention behind these actions remains the same: to create space for new, positive energy to enter your life. For those of you interested in planning your activities around the full moon, I've created a special moon calendar. This calendar not only highlights the dates of each full moon, but it also indicates the best times to charge your crystals, make moon water, and engage in other sacred practices. I'd be happy to share the link to this calendar with you, but do note that it's a limited edition and won't be reprinted, so it's a great opportunity to access it now. The activities I'm about to share are not just ordinary rituals. They are deeply connected to the powerful energy of the sun god, the harvest, and the various festivals that celebrate these natural cycles. These practices are a beautiful way to honor the seasons, the cycles of the moon, and the energy of the earth. Whether you choose to carry out these rituals on the 13th, 14th, 15th, or 16th of the month, what's most important is that you make the time to do them. Each of these activities is designed to invite positive, uplifting energy into your life, helping you align with the natural rhythms of the universe. By taking part in these practices, you create a space for transformation, growth, and healing, inviting the abundance of the universe to flow freely into your life. As the year unfolds, it's important to start by creating a space of warmth and celebration in your home. Begin by decorating both the interior and exterior of your house to infuse it with a festive, welcoming atmosphere. Use vibrant colors, lights, and traditional motifs that bring the spirit of joy and togetherness to life. The energy of a well-decorated home not only boosts your mood, but also sets the tone for the sacred rituals that follow. Next, it's time to prepare food, a significant and cherished part of the festivities. Many cultures have their own specific recipes for this time of year, often incorporating ingredients that symbolize prosperity, health, and blessings. Foods made with sesame seeds and jaggery, for example, are particularly meaningful as offerings to the sun god. These ingredients not only hold deep spiritual symbolism, but also taste delicious. Take your time to choose a recipe that resonates with you, or feel free to experiment and create something new, using these sacred ingredients as a foundation. The act of cooking becomes a form of devotion, an offering of love and gratitude for the divine. After preparing your meal, it's time to engage in prayer, taking a moment to reflect on the blessings of the past year and the aspirations for the new one. Offering the food you've prepared is a way to connect with the divine, expressing your gratitude and devotion. If possible, a visit to a river for a holy dip can deepen the connection to the sacred energy of this season. The flowing water represents purity and renewal, cleansing both body and spirit. If visiting a river is not an option, you can still bring that same sanctity into your home. Fill a bucket with water, mix in some river water, if available, and bathe with it, believing in the spiritual significance it carries. This ritual serves to purify your mind, body, and soul, helping you step into the new season with a clean and refreshed energy. This time of year also brings the opportunity to participate in the vibrant atmosphere of fairs. These local celebrations are filled with life, joy, and the warmth of the sun's rays. Take a stroll through the fairgrounds, savoring the aromas of local cuisine and supporting local artisans by purchasing handmade crafts. Whether it's a piece of pottery, a woven basket, or a beautifully crafted garment, buying these goods helps preserve the cultural heritage of your community and brings you closer to the warmth of human connection. If you're able to, consider setting up a bonfire with friends or family. Sitting around a fire, sharing fruits, hot food, and meaningful conversations creates a sense of togetherness that can make the celebration even more special. If you have access to a farm or an open space, the natural surroundings will only enhance the experience, providing a grounding connection to the earth. Charity and acts of kindness also play a significant role during this time. It is a season of giving, where the act of donating, whether through time, resources, or money, brings fulfillment, not just to those who receive, but also to your own heart. Starting the year with prayers of gratitude, forgiveness, and kindness helps uplift your spirit and brings a sense of inner peace. Let go of any past grievances and make the conscious decision to move forward with a heart full of compassion. Whether your donations are large or small, the act of giving has immense power to bring healing to both the giver and the receiver. It's a beautiful way to begin the year, spreading light and love in the world. While embracing these positive practices, it's also important to be mindful of certain things to avoid during this period. Intoxicants, such as alcohol, can disrupt your physical and mental well-being, so it's best to refrain from consuming them. In a similar vein, avoid engaging in negative behaviors or insulting others. This can only create disharmony and spread negativity, which is contrary to the spirit of this time. It's also advisable to steer clear of environments or situations that evoke feelings of anger, resentment, or sadness. Instead, focus on cultivating peace within your heart. If you feel overwhelmed, take time to connect with nature. Sit under a tree, walk in a garden, or simply breathe deeply. Nature has a unique ability to ground you, bringing peace and clarity when things feel chaotic. These rituals and practices align with the powerful energy of the full moon, which symbolizes an opportunity for growth, reflection, and positivity. The light of the full moon illuminates the path forward, providing clarity and inspiration for the journey ahead. As you embrace these sacred traditions, remember that they are more than just rituals. They are ways to align your spirit with the higher energies of love, peace, and connection. May this season bring you blessings of joy, prosperity, and spiritual fulfillment. Thank you for being part of this journey, and may you be showered with love, happiness, and divine grace in the year to come. God bless.